Hi guys, it's Chris back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. Or in fact, perry today, not cider. So I'm a little bit tired. Did a lot of driving today. Drove to Herefordshire. Got up very early this morning. Still got stuck in a traffic jam at 6 AM, which is not even funny. So yeah, didn't start well today, but it got better as it went along. Went out to Herefordshire. Went to Watkins, picked up some stuff from them. And then I didn't go to any of the cider makers because I'm getting a pallet from them this week. So Ross, on Y, Greg's Pit, But for Organic, consolidating a pallet. That's getting delivered later in the week. So I didn't need to go to those guys. But I did need some stuff from Watkins. So I drove out to Watkins, got some stuff from them. And then I went down, headed south, down the English-Welsh border. And then into Wales, into Monmouthshire. And I went to visit a very small Welsh cider maker. A guy called Kevin. And he messaged me and said, "What about interested in trying his cider, selling his cider?" I said, "Kevin, of course I'll be interested. Yeah, I'd love to try it as well." So went to Kevin's cider making, cidery if you like. Turns out it's a shed in his garden. He makes about 2,000 litres a year. He's a woodsman. That's one of the other things he does. He's a woodsman. And he got into collecting apples because he used to collect apples for what is now a big cider producer. They were smaller when he started, and he was collecting apples from all over the place. And he, over time, he got bigger and bigger. He started to do things which he was less passionate about, and got less interested in these smaller named varietals, these little orchards that were scattered around Wales. And so he thought, actually, why don't I go and get those apples and pears from those little orchards and start making cider myself? And that's what he did. And all the orchards are within the Monnow Valley. So it's called Monnow Valley Cider. And there it is, the first bottle. Now, this is a pretty cool one because this is medium perry, 5.5%, single variety, Betty Prosser. We found another Betty Prosser. So the only one I'd ever had before was from Cummaddock. Jeremy's neighbour has 2 trees. Hold on, I'm going to cough. Still got the cough. Cool. It turns out, I think Kevin said he was aware of one tree. And he actually took the apples one of these pears 3 times to the 3-county show to a guy who goes there and identifies pears for people because there's so many, it's so hard to identify. It took me like 2 goes over 2 years, or maybe 3 goes over 3 years, I forget. And the guy went to it, I think that's a Betty Prosser. So he found a Betty Prosser. So I've got a Betty Prosser. He showed me this year's vintage was basically 2, I think 5-litre demijohns. And then a little demijohn. That was his entire Betty Prosser for 2020. He just pressed it. So literally when I was there, he was scratting apples and pears. The scrat is the thing you put the pears into. It mushes them up so they can be pressed. So I'm going to cough again. I do apologise for the coughing. Oh, it's annoying. So one of the reasons why I think grapes and wine became popular before cider is because grapes are naturally easy to press. They're soft. You press them, the juice comes out, it mixes with the skins and the yeasts, and then it ferments. It's harder to crush and press apples and pears. You can't just put them in whole and press them, so you've got to cut them up first, mush them up first. It's called scratting. You put them through a scratter, which has blades or fingers which mulches them up. So he was there scratting. Gosh, I can't remember the one he was actually doing when I turned up. But basically, loads of apples lined up down the side of his house. Little house, suburban house. With a shed, and yeah, it does it all there. So it was brilliant, amazing in fact, to go and visit someone that small, do something that interesting, who's that passionate about it. It's one of the best parts of what I get to do. Whether it was cheese industry, when I've done stuff like that, whether it's the wine industry, whether it's beer industry, I've been very lucky. I've got to go and see some amazing people, and it's worth driving all the way out there just for the short amount of time I spent with Kevin. And the cool stuff I came back with. So he doesn't have very much stuff left over from the 2019 vintage, so I got what I could. Some of it will be for sale on the market. Some of it is just going into my face, because I only got 1 or 2 bottles of it, so it's not worth me selling. Anyway, we have this Betty Prosser to try. So let's stop with the jibber jabber and try it. Slight sparkle. So this is medium perry. See, a little bit of a sparkle. So bottle conditioned, natural sparkling bottle. Whole juice, no sulfites, no sugar added, nothing. This is natural. So he gets residual sugar by racking off. So you take the juice off the leaves, which contains the yeast and so forth, and you rack off, get yeast out of the juice, and then it won't ferment anymore. So it's sort of like keeving, except it's almost a simpler process than keeving. You just take the juice off the lid. Okay, let's pour it out. Nice mousse already. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's have a look at this. So I noticed the Betty Prosser, it's kind of dark for a. It's darkish for a pear. Often the pears, varietals that I've seen have been paler in colour. Well, the Betty Prosser's got quite a deep, almost like a Pinot Gris colour to it. And I think I said that about the chromatic as well. It's sort of slightly pinkish hue to it. Yeah, nice bubbles, unfiltered. Let's give it a smell. Hopefully, because I'm tired, I don't feel like I'm functioning as well as I should. But I wasn't going to wait to try any of this stuff. I need to start. I need to start now. So let's start now. Yeah, nice round nose actually. It is reminiscent of the chromatic Betty Prosser. It really is. There's that hint in the background of like, what is it? Almost like a sherry element, a really subtle sherry element in the background, which I got off the chromatic and I really liked. And I think it's almost more prominent on the nose than this one. Nice, round, rich, almost a dairy pastry element to it, subtly. Maybe that slight hint of sherry character, oxidative character in the background, which I really like. Okay, I'm going to cough once more. Jesus Christ, like TB ward in here. All right, cheers. So, lovely mousse. I'm sucking the air off my palate to get the flavour. It's like bubbling up in my mouth. Really nice mousse. This is dessert-like, but not over-sweet. It's got a really nice level of sweetness. Which I assume actually is from the sorbitol rather than sugar, so it wouldn't have to rack off. Just the natural sweetness, possibly from the pears. I'll have to ask them about that. Maybe you did rack off. Maybe it's a combination thereof. What is it? 5.5. Nice alcohol level. That is a nice perry. That is a nice perry. Merest hint of tannin. Merest hint. Not much. Just there. Little bit of acidity. It's a little bit. It's there. It says medium. Medium. Yeah, I'll go along with that. It is medium. It feels like a slightly... Actually, by industrial standards, it doesn't feel like a sweet medium at all. It almost feels like a medium dry if it's Westerns. Let's not go there again. It's got like a round, pear, buttery character. Lovely mousse. Delicate. Actually quite rich as well. I like Betty Prosser, whoever she was. Peace to you, Betty, because I do like your perries. Your perry pears, they're great. Good chat line. Yeah, like it. It's a winner. Quite round, quite rich. Like I say, it's like almost like a baked pear with some butter. And that's a great thing. Nice, good start. Thank you, Kevin. I was just there today, and I said I was going to film trying them, and he said, "Well, be honest," and I absolutely will be honest. I'm going to send him the links to the videos. Hi, Kevin. Nice one, mate. Good stuff. Good start. Really looking forward to all of them. Unfortunately, because they're crown cap and they're fizzy, I can't open them all at once and taste every single one. Well, I could, but then I'd have loads of flat cider, or I'd be hospitalised through over alcohol consumption. So let's spread it out a bit. So we'll be back tomorrow with another one. I'm actually going to film another video straight after this, because I'm not going to tell you why. What's the next video if you want to find out? All right, cool. Monnow Valley, brilliant. Couldn't get much of this year's vintages, but hopefully next year, when the stuff he was actually pressing today, that I saw him press, we can get some of that, more of it, sell it, and try it in the shed. So, cool. Thanks for joining me, guys. Brilliant day. Delicious perry. Life's good. All right, so hope to see you again soon, and until then, cheers.